Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Sentinels of the Multiverse. And this is probably going to be my last video of this playthrough. And it's pretty close, but I think I'm doing a little better. We're playing against the, well, let's call them Vengeful 3. With Baron Blade, Fright Train, and that was friction. But I managed to kill her. And I'm playing with Setback, Tachyon, and the Sentinels, but Tachyon got also killed. And we're fighting in the Freedom Tower, the home of the Freedom 5. Okay, so if we take a closer look at the situation, it's actually not looking bad, because first of all, we got this card here, which is pretty interesting, this Frost's Cryo Chamber. That card deals each target 2 hit points each turn. And then this guy here deals himself actually 2 hit points each turn, exactly. So that means he only has 8 hit points left. So his chances are not very high to survive that. Actually, he even deals himself 3 hit points because of this entry point card, which gives him an additional hit point. So that's an interesting factor here, that basically to kill Baron Blade, we don't have to deal him any damage. He probably will do this all to himself, and this environment card here. So basically, I think we have to hang on, and we can concentrate on Fright Train. And I think then it's not so bad, and we can try to heal and regain some life points. And if we can hang on long enough, I think we can survive that without dealing too much damage to these guys. Okay, so let's start now. Well, we got this one here. This is, okay, a Chance at Vengeance once again. This is not such a bad card. I think reveal cards from the top of the villain deck belonging to the villain character with the highest hit points until one target is revealed. Put it into play. Shuffle the other revealed cards back into that villain's deck. Okay, so this guy has more hit points than he does. So here's our first target, and that's again Major Flay. He comes back now. Can take revenge. So no shuffling to do. That's not that great. Okay, but at the end of the Fright Train's turn, this card is the hero target with the highest hit points, 2 lightning damage. And the other thing is something that would happen if his nemesis was in play. Okay, and then Baron Blade, he deals actually himself now 3 melee damage, and also to the hero with the lowest hit points. So that means he's now down at 5, and the hero with the lowest hit points, well, Setback has 5, the Idealist is at 2, so she is incapacitated. So again, this card here, incapacitated, second time. Okay, yeah, not a good thing, but That can happen. And then it's a setback, and let's see what we can do here. Okay, I'm gonna play Fumbling Fool. Discard the top card of each deck. You may add or remove number of heroes tokens from your unlucky pool. So I'm gonna add 3 tokens into the pool, and yeah, then I'm gonna discard the top card of each deck. Well, that's not okay. That's interesting. So that was fine, and then we can use a power, and we can take the risk here, add 1 token to your unlucky pool, play the top card of your deck. Now that's the high risk behavior once again. It's not such a great card. Increase damage dealt to and by setback to and by villain targets by 1 for every 3 tokens in your unlucky pool. At the start of your turn, you may add or remove 1 token from your unlucky pool. Okay. So that was his action, and it wasn't exactly great. And he can draw another card then. And now he might actually die, because it's now Fright Train, and let's see what he will do. Well, first of all, he draws a card. Plow Throw. Fright Train deals the 2 non-villain targets with the lowest hit points 2 melee damage each. That's a problem, because he deals then 4 damage to them. So that the lowest hit points. Okay, so now we can actually choose. They all have 5 hit points. So well, it might be the best idea to take 2 of these, simply because they take 1 less damage. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, okay. So I guess this guy will take 3 damage. Dr. Medico. And then Mainstay. He will also take 3 damage. It's pretty painful, but I think it is the best we can do. Okay. That's not looking good at all. So that was then... yeah. That was this action, and then we got the hero target with the highest hit points, 3 melee damage. So I'm really not sure what to do, but I think, well, these 3 melee damage will then be 5 melee damage. So I guess I want to kill Setback, and because I got some good actions I can do with Wraith, so maybe it would have been whatever. Okay, I think I'm gonna kill Setback. It's painful, but okay, so he's dead. That wasn't good. Maybe I made a mistake here. Okay, anyway. So yeah, that's his incapacitated card now. One hero may use a power now. One player may play a card now. Discard the top card of every deck. Don't know why that is so useful, but okay, maybe it is. I don't know. So, and then goes on, and we have this one here. At the end of Fright Train's turn, this card deals each hero target 1 melee damage. So that means we got 2 melee damage on each hero target, and that looks now really bad. No, wait, that's not true, because they take 1 less damage. Okay, and then this one here, the target with the highest hit points, 2 lightning damage. So that's him. Okay, so the situation is now actually pretty desperate. And I'm not sure if I can survive that. It's really looking bad now. Okay, yeah, okay, we must find a way to... Oh man, this is terrible. This is terrible. Okay, so now it's actually Tachyon, and she... well, I gotta see what I do now with these Sentinels. Okay, so this is really gonna be damn close. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take a card from their trash into my hand. And I'm gonna take that blackout, I guess. Okay. And then it's friction, and well, there's nothing that happens. This card is gone anyway, so there is no ongoing card or an equipment card on the board, so nothing happens. And now it's these guys, and okay. Yeah, I think that will work. So, oh man, that's not enough. Holy shit. This is so close. I've never played a game of Sentinels which is so close. Mostly I experienced that one side is pretty clear ahead, but this is really damn close. Okay, I'm gonna play that blackout now. One of your heroes deals 1 target 2 melee damage. If Wraith deals damage this way, the damaged target then deals each non-hero target 2 infernal damage. Okay. And then I have another idea, but I'm not sure what that was. Maybe this one. Is it really what I wanted to do? Yeah. Actually, I had a pretty cool card, but I don't find it anymore. I think it's not there anymore. Okay, anyway, this one is not bad. So, okay, I'm gonna give these Wraith is gonna deal now Fright Train the damage, and this is the first damage of the turn. So this guy now takes 3 damage. So he's down at 9. Okay. And now this guy will actually give each non-hero target 2 damage, but because he does additional damage, he does 4 damage to each non-hero target. So that means Baron Blade is now down at 1, and this guy is killed, and this guy is also killed, and sadly he isn't. That's not good. Ah, damn. Okay. But that was a start. I mean, that wasn't so bad. So this goes away. Fine. That was not bad. Ooh. Okay, and now I'm wondering which power to use. Okay, I'm not sure if I can make that. It's gonna be extremely close. I mean, it's really gonna go down to the last point, I think. But let's see, maybe I have a chance. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, first this goes away, and I'm gonna use now Dr. Medico's power, MD. One hero target regains 3 hit points, and I'm gonna play that on Wraith. So he's got now 6 hit points. That's not much, but it's at least something. We'll see if that's enough. I don't know. I'm not sure about it at all. Okay. And then I can draw a card. Okay, here we go. This is it. Then we can draw another card because of the Wraith's arsenal. And now we got to draw a card, and this is going to be important. Let's see what that is. Security station. Well, that sounds at least promising. At the start of the environment turn, a player may discard their hand to destroy an environment card. We might need that to destroy an entry point, if we make it until then. But I'm not sure if this is good enough. We could have used that earlier, but I don't know if it's a great idea to discard my hand, because, well, obviously then I don't have any more cards. But at least it's not a bad one, so that's okay, I guess. And then in the end, again, we all take 2 damage now. Okay, so first that kills Baron Blade. That's great. This is awesome. This guy is dead. Here we are, incapacitated. Awesome. But at the start of Baron Blade's villain turn, each hero target deals itself 1 toxic damage. Not a good one. Not a good one at all. Okay. Then this guy takes also 2 damage. And this thing takes also 2 damage. Sadly, it's still alive. That's a problem. Damn it. Okay, and finally these 2 suckers, they both die. Dr. Medico, here you can see, incapacitated. And Mainstay, also incapacitated. The only hero that is still alive is Wraith. And he has only 4 hit points left, fighting against Fright Train with 7 hit points and Major Flay with 1 hit point. But okay, it's not over. So this is now actually the end of the... No, we have to bring back again all the cards from the top of the trash to the bottom of the draw piles because of this ironclad maintenance bay. Okay, next round. So first, Baron Blade. Each hero target deals itself 1 toxic damage. So I lose a damage. That's bad. Okay. Then it's me. 1 hero may use a power now, or 1 player may play a card now. So I think what I gotta do is, I don't have much choice here. Because in the next turn actually a Fright Train will otherwise kill me. So I gotta stay alive somehow, and I'm gonna play the second chance here. I can still do that. Flip 1 of your character cards from its incapacitated side to its active side. Restore it to 6 hit points. Okay, so, and I guess I'm gonna do that one, because she can do some damage if she, well, if she's doing good. Okay, so that gives her, well, then she's at 6 hit points, obviously. And now I dare to say it's, this is now the point. I mean, now we'll see what happens. If this guy now draws a bad card, game might be over. It probably is over. Otherwise, we might have a chance. I'm not really, I don't know really how many. I think we can survive that. But if now a bad card comes up, it's over. So let's see what we have here. A crushing blow. That sounds really bad. Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest hit points 4 melee damage. Yeah, okay, that's it. With a crushing blow, this thing is over, I guess. Although I'm not absolutely sure, but it looks really not good now. Okay, so that means that the hero target with the highest hit points is now, yeah, it's now the idealist, and because it deals 2 additional damage, she's killed right away. So this is it. This is it again. Incapacitated the third time basically. Okay, and then yeah, he can kill me, which is really sad actually. Now he does his attack, and so the hero target with the highest hit points will now take 3 damage and 2 more. So yeah, that's right, and this way he's now also killed, which is sad. And then Major Flay had his attack, and that was really his last chance. I mean, if I had 1 more turn, then I would have been able to kill them. I'm sure about that, but okay, I didn't make it. I'm a little disappointed, but it was a great battle, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Awesome game. Okay, I think that was probably the most interesting game of Sentinels that I've ever played. It was just fantastic. What a battle. I mean, it really came down to the last card, to the last turn, and that was just amazing. The reviews of the expansion, they were mixed, and I think many people didn't like that new concept of fighting against a group of heroes. I gotta say I enjoyed it a lot. It was the first time I did it, and I think it worked great. It was a lot of fun. I think it was cool to this changing of the sides, that you do a villain turn, a hero turn, a villain turn, a hero turn. I think that was cool. And the villains were interesting. They were good. You got this guy with his brute force, and this guy with his with his, well, kind of nemesis characters and so on. So I kind of liked that. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. It was interesting. It was cool to play it that way. And playing it solitaire, at the beginning it was a little bit complicated, especially because the Sentinels also were not exactly one hero, but four in a way. But on the other hand, once you get a little more used to it, it wasn't that complicated. And I'm under the impression that there are not so many bad cards, at least in the villain decks, so that there are not so many modifiers. I mean, overall it was okay. Maybe I was also lucky with the heroes. I didn't have any heroes that came with tons of modifiers. That wasn't the case in this game at all, which makes it probably easier, of course. So yeah, I enjoyed the concept of these group of villains. Absolutely, it was really cool. About the new heroes, I'm not sure about this guy here, about Setback. He's tricky. The Sentinels are also tricky, but they're both really not so easy to play, I guess. And yeah, I think that I have to play him a little more often to really understand how this, how you can get the best out of these abilities with his unlucky pool, for example. Same thing here. I think, for example, I could have done more with Wraith's ability to reveal the bottom card of a deck, especially in combination with that Ironclad card, which forces you to bring the top card back to the bottom. So in this case, in this way, I could have actually always bring the cards in the end from the discard pile back on the top of the deck. So that could have been an interesting mechanic, which I didn't use at all because I simply didn't realize that until the end of the game, that I had that possibility. Another problem was, and there I maybe was a little unlucky, I had that problem that Friction had this ability to destroy ongoing and equipment cards, and also there was that card of him. I don't know exactly what it was. He also had a card. I think it was this planning, some planning card, which allowed him to destroy ongoing cards. And that kind of prevented me from using these signature cards a little more, which might have also improved the abilities of these Sentinels quite a bit, I guess. So, but yeah, well, that's couldn't do that. And I was also a little unlucky with this Ironclad maintenance bay, because it basically it always removed the cards from the trash into the draw pile. But many cards of Tachyon actually depend on how many cards you have on the trash. So the more cards of a special kind you have on the trash, the stronger you are. And I couldn't use that ability either. So I was a little unlucky here, I guess. On the other hand, at the beginning of the game, she had twice in a row this really cool card that kind of prevented all heroes from doing any damage, which was amazing. So I had a really good start there. Yeah, well, it's hard to say. In the end, as I said, it was damn close. I think we've seen a really good and fantastic entertaining game. Although I'm not so sure if it's that great to watch, actually, because there is much counting and just putting points on these cards and so on. But if you play this, it's amazing. It is definitely one of my favorites. Fantastic game, and yeah. There are still a few more expansions that I haven't shown you, and I will definitely do this one day. And there is also another expansion already announced about, I think it's called, wait a second. Yeah, it's this one here, The Wrath of the Cosmos. And I cannot wait to get my hands on that. So, yeah, definitely a fantastic game. Hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.